Shaushka turned almost in time to deflect it. Almost. Everything went white as maleficent force surged through her nerves and sinews. A human would have been slaughtered on the spot, but Shaushka was born of the immortal Enna, a more ancient race. Still, she was staggered and her limbs trembled. A numinous shield around each hand, she deflected the next bolt, more arrows, a blast of heat from a woman with ram's horns. But her foes closed in now, totally encircling her. She flapped her wings and rose above the ground, beginning a terrible and irrevocable invocation to Dormammu. Before she could finish, the element of air itself attacked her, beating her back to the stony earth. There, the earth also defied her will, gripping her feet like manacles, holding her fast. The power was astounding. She felt the first creep of terror in her soul. But she was Shaushka. She pushed down the fear. Panting, she faced her enemies, turning as best she could to see all of them. They parted ranks, and one stepped through. He had changed since she had last seen him, but she would recognize him in any guise. "Atherwan," she said, and spat. "Traitor!" He smiled. She had known him as a tall, pale man with narrow features. He had styled himself as a magus from the distant northern land of Baklo, and found favor in her court in Nineveh. Now his skin was bluish-black and appeared almost rigid, like the armor of an insect. His hair and beard had fallen out, and in his eyes, otherworldly stars gleamed. "Goddess of Nineveh," he said mockingly, "Queen of Heaven, Sorcerer Supreme, how can I betray someone I never served?" "You were my vizier," she said. He shook his head. "You believed that," he said, "but everything I have ever done, every word I whispered into the ears of the mighty, into your ears, has all been for this." In his hand, he held a gleaming golden object. It was shaped much like an ankh, a cross with a loop on one end, but with the shorter part of the cross curved like horns. Power emanated from it, more raw energy than she had ever felt in a single object. Yet Atherwan wasn't drawing her attention to the thing. He was using it to gesture at the sky. It was almost noon. The sky was at its brightest, but along the ecliptic, stars were appearing. Constellations outshining the sun itself. They were growing larger, brighter, closer. "That is what I serve," he said. "The Mulapin, the shining herd." As she watched, his fingers fused into pincers. A gleaming black scorpion tail rose from behind him and curved above his head, the wicked, venom-slick sting threatening her. But others were changing too, their human bodies distorting. The bull was free and nearly twice the size he'd been just a moment ago. Energy shivered from his horns as his legs shortened and arms lengthened so his fists rested on the ground. She nodded her head at the object in Atherwan's hand. "That's it?" she said. "The key?" "You know of the key," he said, his face darkening. "And you knew of our gathering here. You know about us. How?" She lifted her chin. "I am Shaushka," she said. "Mistress of love and war, queen and goddess, mother of sorcery, empress of heaven. Sorcerer supreme by right and by trial. Did you really believe you and these other fools could plot beneath my very nose, in my own city, on this world I protect? I don't know all of your so-called herd, but I know of them. The cat there, the lion, a magus in the court of Mycenae, come there from the distant Kuru kingdom. Absin, the harlot with the whip, a mistress of that doddering idiot Ilkashub in Carchemish.